Very good morning, students. Hope you people are good and safe. Today we are going to see about the role of commercial bank in economic development of a country. Okay, just a recap of what we saw in the last class. So we are seeing about the bank. So bank means a very good morning, students. I hope you people are good and safe. Today we are going to see about the role of commercial bank in economic development of a country. Okay, just a recap what we saw in the last class. So we are seeing about an bank. So bank means it is an finance. So finance is the lifeblood for the development of economical activities. That too, in order for the development of trade, then for the agriculture, industries, and then transport and communication, everything which needs and finance. So that's why finance is called as a lifeblood for the economic activities. Then we saw about the commercial bank. So what do you mean by a commercial bank? So commercial bank means what? So they deals with the accepting the deposits and then they grant loan. They provide an short term and short term and medium term loan for their customers. That is for the public as well as for the businessmen. They will not provide a long term loan because in order to maintain the liquidity of money should be maintained. Okay, then we saw about the functions of the commercial bank. We have three functions of the commercial bank. One is an primary, secondary and other functions. Now we will move to the role of the commercial bank in economical development of a country. So how a bank is used to develop the economy. Okay, so let us see the first one. It is an capital formation. So capital formation plays an important role. That is, bank plays an important role in capital formation. That is, which is essential for the economic development of the country. They mobilize a small savings of the people scattered over the wider area through the network of branches. So they will collect all those savings and they use that savings for the productive purpose. See here, bank plays an important role in the economical development. How? It has been useful because of capital formation. So how they will receive the amount? By savings. So savings is the most important one. Okay, then the most important one is that bank used to attract the customers in number of ways to become as a customer for that bank. Then only savings will be increased. So this is the first one for the development of the economy. Next one, we will come to know about the creation of credit. So creation of credit means the bank creates and credit for the purpose of providing more fund for the developmental project. The most important one, in order to develop an economy, bank is the most important one. That is, bank provides and credit. So if they provide credit, so if credit creations is there, automatically it increase the production in an economy. So if bank provides an credit creation, it increase the production. So if there is an production, automatically it creates an employment opportunity in the economy. Then sales will be increased and prices also will be increased and people will be receiving and more income. So if there is an income, savings and again automatically capital formation will be there. Okay. Next one, we will move to the third one, channelizing the funds towards the productive investment. The most important one, the bank used to use their investment. That is, they use their investment only for their productive purpose. So which will gives more benefit. For that purpose only, the bank used to provide loan. Okay. Next one, it is an fourth one, encouraging and right type of industry. The bank does not provide loan for all type of peoples. So it will encourage only the right type of person. It provides a loan for the right type of person only. So how they will identify that right type of person? Through they grant loan and advance to the manufacturer whose product are in great demand. So they will identify the person by their manufacturers whose product is in great demand. For those people only, the bank used to provide an loan. So if the product are in great demand, if they provide an loan, automatically the economy will be developed. Next, we come to know about bank monetize the debts. The most important one is that commercial bank used to transform the loan to be repaid after a certain period into an cash, which can be maintained immediately used for the business activities. That is, they will provide an discounting bill of exchange. That is, what do you mean by a discounting bill of exchange? See here, manufacturers and wholesale trader cannot increase the sales without selling their goods on credit basis. So, the manufacturer definitely, while doing a business, there will be an everything will be on a credit basis, and it is based on the faithfulness. Okay, so what happens, the manufacturer and the wholesaler will do their business in their credit basis only. So now the manufacturer used to provide an goods on their credit basis. Now his sales, its credit sales may lead to lockup of its capital. So now he can't able to start its production. So the manufacturer, if he just explain about his situation to the bank used to discount a bill of exchange. Now a manufacturer can start the production with that bill of exchange. So his economic activities will be carried over. Next, we come to know about the finance to the government. The most important one is that promote an industry, it needs an finance. So the bank used to provide an loan for the government, because bank needs that is, the government needs an long term loans. So see here, the bank provides an long term credit to the government by investing their funds in their government securities, and short term finance by purchasing and treasury bills. So see here, nearly the RBI has given 68 crores to the government of India in the year 2018 to 2019. So this is 99% that RBI is in surplus. So nearly the commercial bank which has given 68,000 crores which has been given to the government for the developmental purpose. Why? Because in order to develop an economy. Okay, they have given an long term loan credit basis. Next one, it is an employment generation. So after the nationalization, that is in 1969, there was only 16 commercial bank which has been nationalized. Then after 5 to 6 years, 5 more banks which has been 4 more banks which has been nationalized. Totally 20 nationalized bank which has been nationalized. So what happens here, after the nationalizations of big banks, banking industries has grown up to then great extent. So this provides an opportunity for the people to get an employment opportunity in bank. Next, bank promote an entrepreneurship. So if bank provides an more loan, that is more loan facilities, if they advance a loan for the businessmen, automatically it encourage an businessman that who will be successful in their business and becomes an entrepreneur. So it creates, a bank creates a new entrepreneur in the economy. Okay, so again I will repeat. So we saw about the role of commercial bank in economical development. First we saw about the capital formation. So capital formation means, so capital formation, that is bank plays an important role in the capital formation. So investment which is most important that each and every sector needed. So it is an lifeblood. So for that purpose, bank used to mobilize their savings. So they open and so many branches in order to receive in order to accept the deposits from the public. Through that they will provide an investment for the public. So by attracting so many customers through various schemes and offers and discounts which has been given for the public. Next one, creation of credit. So if bank provides and credit creation, automatically it creates an production, employment, sales and price automatically will be increased. Then channelizing the fund towards an productive investment, always the bank used to provide an credit creation only for the productive investment, only for the developmental project which is useful for the economical development. Next one, encouraging and right type of industry. The bank used to encourage and right type of industry, that is encourage and right type of person through identifying the manufacturers whose product which is in a great demand. Okay, so for them they will provide more loans and automatically it will develop an economy. Next one, bank monetize the debts, that is everything which is based on the credit. So manufacture to the wholesale trader which has been done through the credit sales only. So immediately their production want to start means the manufacturer needs and money. So they will prefer the bank to discount the bill of exchange. Next one, finance to the government. So RBI used to provide a loan, provide a long-term loan to the government through their securities. Okay, and short-term loan through purchasing their treasury bills. So nearly the bank has provided an 68 crores to the government in 2018 to 19. Then next one we comes to know about an employment generation. So under employment generation, after the nationalization of big banks, nearly 20 banks which has been nationalized. So now what happens, it creates more employment opportunity in the bank. Next, bank promote and entrepreneurship. So the main purpose is their advancing and loan for the right type of business people, and it will be encouraging a new entrepreneurs, and automatically it will develop an economically it will develop. Okay, so now next we will come to know about a non-banking financial institution. So see here, non-banking financial institution means what? NBFI. So non-banking financial institution or non-bank financial company is a financial institution that does not have a full banking license, or it is not supervised by the central bank. So it is not has a banking license. So see, all commercial banks should have a license from the RBI, and it should be controlled by the RBI. But here this non-banking financial institution which is not controlled under the RBI, and it has not been supervised by the central bank. So NBF do not carry on a pure banking business. So but actual what commercial bank will do, the same type of the things this non-banking financial also will do. So they will receive the deposits and give loan. They mobilize the people's savings and use their funds. Okay, next. So see here, in short, they are the institution which undertake borrowing and lending. So like a commercial bank, this non-banking financial institutions also will borrow the deposits, and they will lend as a loan for their public. Next, see here, non-banking financial institution which has been broadly classified into two categories. One is an stock exchange and another one is an other financial institution. Under the categories, so you see the other financial institutions such as finance company, finance corporations, finance company, chit funds, building societies, issues houses, in investment trust and unit trust, and insurance companies. So you all know about and certain insurance companies like LICs. Then unit trust is also an insurance companies. Okay, so these companies which is not comes under the central bank, but they used to do the activities as a commercial bank. Next we come to know about an central bank, that is the central bank. It is called as an Reserve Bank of India. Okay, central bank or reserve bank or monetary authority is an institution that manage a state currency, money supply and interest rate. So all over everything which has been comes under the RBI. Okay, now we will see about the central bank. So nearly you have 16 side headings over here. So you have to explain all those side headings and minimum explanations which is needed. So the first one, it is an monetary authority. So monetary authority means what? That RBI has an control over. So see, this is the symbol, that Reserve Bank of India. So under that first one, it is an monetary authority. So monetary authority means what? It controls the supply of money in an economy. It stabilizes the exchange rate, maintain healthy balance of payment, attain financial stability, control inflations, and strengthening the banking system. So monetary authority means entire money supply. How that is the total amount of money which should be in circulation, which has an entire controlled under the RBI. So RBI should maintain healthy balance of payment. So there is an favorable and unfavorable balance of payment is here. Okay, so everything should be maintained by the RBI. Next one, issuer of currencies. So RBI has the right, and RBI has a monopoly rights to issue the currencies. Okay, so the objective is to maintain the currency and credit system of the country. So it is the sole authority of the issuing the currency. So without RBI only has a monopoly rights to issue the currency notes. Okay, and control the circulation of the fake currencies. Next one, issuer of a banking license. RBI only has an rights to issue and license for all other banks. So see here, as per the section 22 of Banking Regulation Act, every bank has to obtain a banking license from RBI to conduct banking business in India. So all commercial banks should get license from the RBI. So without getting the license, it will not comes under the RBI control. The fourth one, it is an bankers to the government. So RBI used to provide an loan. RBI used to provide an credit to the government. For example, it provides a loan to the central and the state government. So it acts as a banker both to central and the state government. It provides an short-term credit. It manages all new issues and government loans. So it deals with all government loans and securities. Next one, bankers bank. For all the bank, RBI is the head. Okay, so that is called as a bankers bank. RBI is the bank of all bank in India, as it provides loan to the bank, accept the deposits of the bank, and rediscount the bill of banks. So for all banks, that is all commercial banks, should maintain and minimum reserves with the RBI. So RBI used to grant loan to all banks. So RBI is the head for all banks. Next one, lender of the last resort. So lender of the last resort means that bank RBI used to provide a loan to the other banks. So the bank can borrow from RBI by keeping an eligible security as an collateral. That is, each commercial bank should maintain and minimum reserves with the RBI. Okay, so then only RBI used to provide an loan for all other banks. Next one is then acting as an clearing houses. So for all the settlement of banking transaction, RBI manage 14 clearing houses. It facilitates the exchange of instrument and processing a payment of instructions. So the bank used to settle, it clears everything like a check. Whatever the settlement used to be transaction carried over, everything will be done by the RBI, and used to clear everything through 14 clearing houses. Next, custodian of foreign exchange. So for all currency, that is the most important one, RBI only has an all type of currencies, all countries currencies. It deals with all countries currencies. Okay, so buying and selling of foreign currency to maintain an exchange rate of Indian rupees. So if you want to do an export and import, so minimum reserves should be maintained, minimum foreign currencies should be maintained by the RBI. Next one, regulatory of the economy. Regulatory of the economy means that is it controls the money supply in the system, monitor the different key indicators like GDP and inflations. That is, RBI only should maintain, it should control the money supply in India. That is, money supply, if it is more means the price will be increased. If money supply is less means price will be decreased. So it should be maintained everything. So there should not be more inflation, or there should not be deflation. So in an economy, inflation should be better. Okay. So but it should not be hyperinflation in an economy. So RBI should maintain that. Next one, it is and managing government securities. So RBI used to monitor the government securities. So all the investment which deals by the government, that is assets and liabilities which has been maintained by the government, everything should be maintained by the RBI. So they are the monitor for the government. Next one, regulator and supervise the of payment and settlement system. So see here, RBI focus on the development and functioning of an safe, secure and efficient payment and settlement mechanism. So RBI will be focused main on the safe, secure and efficient payment. That is, a minimum amount of money should be maintained by the RBI. So everything should be safe and it should be secure. So under this regulator and supervise of payment and settlement system, RBI should maintain everything. It should be very careful in dealing in the payment. Okay, it should keep a minimum amount in their account. Next, developmental roles. So in order to develop an economy, RBI used to provide a loan for the developmental, like infrastructure facilities. See here, it grants a loan for the many purposes, like to build the country's financial infrastructure. It also helps in expanding the access of affordable financial service and promoting and financial education and literacy. For everything we need and finance. So RBI used to provide and RBI used to encourage for this type of things. Next, publisher of monetary data and other data. So RBI used to provide an essential banking related data to other banks as well as for their customers. So it collates and publish the data regularly, whatever which is needed by the other banks as well as their customers and public. Exchange manager and controller. So exchange manager and controller. So RBI represents India as a member of the International Monetary Fund. So most of the commercial banks are authorized dealer of the RBI. So see here, IMF is the world famous, that is it is called as an World Bank. So what happens here, RBI represents India as a member. So all other countries will be the member in the RBI. So RBI is the one of the member under the IMF. So what happens, so it has been authorized and other banks also will be deal with the RBI, because RBI is one of the member of the International Monetary Fund. Next we come to know about the banking ombudsman scheme. So ombudsman scheme means what? See here, this which has been introduced in 1995. See, if any commercial bank which has done any fraudulent and the service is which is not good, means if you have any complaint or any suggestion, you can prefer this ombudsman scheme. So you can move directly to this through this, or you can write a complaint against the commercial bank which their service which is not good. Okay, so ombudsman against award and other decisions of the bank, so it can take an actions immediately. Next, banking code and standard board of India. So the most important one, each bank has against the code and the standard based. Okay, so in order to reach a certain standard, RBI has a better standard code. Okay, so up to this lesson I will stop this lesson. The remaining will be continued in the next class. Thank you, students.